feels a bit like the feeling of springtime is in the air. And I hope you managed to get out into the sun today and see some springtime flowers and experience that lovely energy, that warmth that's returning. So in to honour that lovely sunshine, we worked with the moon sequence last week. We do the earth sequence a lot. I thought it's time for us to step it up a bit and work with the Surya Namaskara, the salutation to the sun. So we're going to get energized, we're going to get in the zone, we're going to do the de-slugger. It's going to be quite an active class this evening. So invite you to get yourself ready. Hang on. Yeah, to be precise. Bring your feet to hip distance and just begin that lovely rocking backwards and forwards. Feel your core muscles beginning to engage. Just taking that journey along the soles of the feet. And if you feel like you're going to come away from the mat, hook your toes down. Just allowing those core muscles to switch on. Begin to move your fingers. And with both hands, a bit of a shake out, loosening up the fingers, loosen up the thumbs, the blood flowing. Lovely. Feel the awareness go down into your thumbs, and your thumbs are connected to that fire element. That element we'll work with this evening. Getting your body's energy system moving, getting some warmth and heat into the body. Feel it flow into your first finger, middle finger, ring finger, and your little finger. Traveling into the palms now. Loosen up the palms and the wrists. And feel it travel up into the forearms, the elbows, the biceps and the shoulders. And just to let that vibration travel all the way up, give your knees a bit of a bend. Get the strength, energy in your legs. I'm going to take the hands over towards the right side and around in a few circles. Allowing any tension, any tiredness to be released, to be dissolved. Breathing in as you rise up and breathe out as you come down. Lovely. Just pause with the arms up overhead, have a big stretch up. Lovely, let your shoulders relax. And then we're going to go back the other way. But this time as you move, focus on your legs. Still keep your arms moving, but really let your hips sink down with the strength in your legs, your knees. Next time you come up, pause. Step your feet closer together and reach up, let the sternum really lift. Lovely, let your shoulders relax back into their sockets and let both arms travel down. Lovely. Put your hands onto your hips, circle your hips a few times. And then let the body just come back to stillness. Take your weight over into your left foot, lift your right foot, circle your toes. Just feel that lovely movement in the ankle. Changing your directions. And then giving your foot a shake. Starting at the toes. Letting it flow along the sole of the foot through the arch and the heel. Into the ankle and the calf muscle. And up into the quad and into the hip. So the whole of the leg loosens up. And then we're going to lift the knee. Squeeze into the glutes, feel the power, the strength. And then, yep, going out to the side and down. And just repeat that movement a few times. And then place your foot back down. Lean your weight over into the right. Lift your left foot, circle your toe. Up your toes. Give your foot a shake. Loosen up the toes, the ball of the foot, the arch, and the heel. ankle, the calf muscle, up into the knee, into the quad, finally up into the hip. The whole of the leg becomes loose and relaxed. And we begin that lovely circling movement. Going up, side. Place your foot down and have a whole body shake. Feel the energy of springtime, get that movement into your body. Just enjoy moving in a way that's just perfect for you. Lovely. Come back to standing. Lift both shoulders up towards your ears, breathe in. And let those shoulders relax down, slide down. And begin to move your right shoulder up and then your left. So just unraveling any tension here. Allowing your hips to move with the movement, so you've got that flow in your body. Start to lift your elbows up into it as well. Or just space in the ribs. And sink and swing your arms through underneath, pressing your kidneys. And then changing your movement into that lovely figure of eight. And just reaching out as far as what feels good for you this evening, taking up that space around you. And just flowing, letting the body unfurl, unfold. And feel as though you've got a tiny sunshine between your palms, a ball of light. And you're just leading it around, creating a sphere of light all around your body, energizing you. Clearing out any cobwebs, anything heavy. The last bit of that winter time, that coolness. And getting some twists in there as well. The longer days are returning, the light's returning. It's that feeling of anticipation around colours. You step your feet closer together now, let your arms just come around the body and allow the body to twist. Just moving from the hips. So tapping in low. Start to let the arms lift up. Flexible to elbow level, so you're feeling the stretch between your shoulder blades. And then coming up to shoulder level. Let the arms loose, relaxed. You can even turn your head. The arms go into the space up above. Twisting away. The arms come back down. Start to lift your heels. That twist become more dynamic. Get your heart rate moving. And lengthen through the sternum as you twist. Start to let the arms lift again. Go into that space above when you're ready. Raising that energy up. And as your arms come down, bend your knees, sinking down, stretching out those quads. And then just let the body come back to stillness. Lovely. Keeping the heart rate moving. Anchor your right foot down. Going to step forward with your left foot, lift up your arms, and then step back. Lifting the arms again. So first of all, get into the movement. Focusing on your spine and your breath. Inhalation as the arms come up. And exhaling as they come down. And start to give your shoulders a little tap. Doing a lot here. Stretching the spine, but you're also stretching that biggest, broadest muscle in your back. Latissimus dorsi, which is going to be helpful when we do our downward facing dog pose. Okay, now next time you step back, pause, lift your arms all the way up. Bend your left knee, lift up the toes of your right foot and just fold forwards and come down into whatever your hamstring stretch might be. Your hands might be on the ground, they might be on your leg, and you'll feel a stretch through the back of your right leg. Allow your breath to become steady and just allowing the force of gravity to take your body weight forward so you stretch out that muscle. If it feels painful, go back to where you felt okay though, don't overstretch. Lovely, bring the sole of your foot down, bring both feet back together. This time you're going to anchor your left foot down, step backwards and forwards with the right. Get your arms moving. So focus on lifting the sternum as you move forward, getting that space into the diaphragm. And then give it your shoulders a little tap. And then next time you step back, lift your arms up, bend your right knee, lift your left toes, and fold forwards, coming down into that hamstring stretch, and just allowing the body weight to rest over that left leg, lengthening your spine, allowing the breath to become more steady. Place the sole of your foot back down, bring both feet together on the mat. And just take a moment to catch your breath. So coming into your Tadasana mountain pose, so getting your feet to hip distance, your toes, a bit of movement, and just close your eyes for a second. And imagine that you're standing on some nice, fresh springtime grass. And it's actually quite warm under your feet. You can feel that softness, that steady earth. And we're going to draw up stability through the ankles, through the calf muscles and knees. allowing it to rise up into the hips, the pelvis, and just parking your pelvis to neutral. Breathing in and allowing the sternum to lift. Breathing out. With your next in-breath, allow the shoulders just to lift up towards the ears and circle your shoulders back and down. And feel that space in your chest, allowing the shoulders to really settle down into their shoulder sockets. And just take a few breaths to align the body, bringing the body into that perfect pose for you, into your mountain pose. Tadasana. Crown of the head rises. Legs feel grounded, steady and strong. Every part of the body feels freedom and expansiveness as you breathe. And begin to stretch the spine a little now. Let the backs of the hands be fairly close in front. And let your hands lift up through the midline of the body, allowing the sternum to lift. And then palms face down, just flow down into your forward bend. Come down as far as what you wish. Bending your knees and rising up, stacking each vertebra one at a time as you lift up. Breathing the body up. Breathe out, flowing down. Draws the hands up through the midline of the body. And as you come down, just allow the elbows to bend. Keep your hands just in front of the body. It's a whole body movement, feeling each vertebra, strengthen the glutes. Breath draws you up. Exhalation brings you down, softening as you flow down. Okay, we'll just do one more, going up and down. And then pause with your arms up above your head. Complete shoulders really relaxed. And then we're going to create that circling from softening into your knees. Let the right arm cross in front of the left. Let your elbows lift you up. Breathing the arms up, breathing them down. So as well as moving the physical body, aligning the breath and the movement, we're also tuning into the energetic heart. Clearing the pathways that flow to and from the heart. And then feelings of joyfulness, presence. And that prana, that life force energy. Pause once more with your arms. Up above, breathe in, lengthen your spine. So it's no rush. And then we're just going to flow forwards and down. This time, just pause in your forward bend. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. Tuck your head in, so your head's in line, your neck's in line with your spine. And just let the body relax there in that forward bend. Forward bends are a perfect way to relax and decompress after a busy day. And then bending your knees so your abdomen just rests onto your thighs. And then we're going to slowly stand up. This time keep your arms low, keep your shoulders back. Close your eyes for a moment. And just be here now in this moment. All there is to do is to breathe. And observe the body and sensations. And just bring yourself down onto your knees. I go slightly sideways so I can see you. And we actually did this last week, so it's a good stretch. What you want to do is make sure your pelvis is upright. You want to have your knee over your foot, and then first of all, just engage pelvic floor and slightly tuck your tailbone underneath, and that gives you a nice long lengthened spine, as if you've got a thread attached to the top of your head. Place your hands just behind your knee, and we're just going to sink forwards. And just double check, look down to your knee and just double check that your knee's over your ankle. It's quite often the knee can go forwards, and that's where you'll experience knee pain. So we want to try and keep that right angle. And just allow your breath, allow your that psoas muscle to gently stretch down, stretch out. Just relaxing into it with each exhalation. Back up. Straighten back up. Bring your hands up to heart level. And then all we're going to do this time is let the spine lengthen forward. Let your belly rest onto your thigh and just reach forward. So you've got that lovely massage. And then turn the palms back in towards you. Switch your glutes on and draw your hands back towards your heart. And that's it. We just repeat that a few times. So it's a lovely massage for the digestive organs. It flushes all the organs with a fresh supply of blood. And it stretches the spine, it strengthens, and it stretches out that lovely psoas muscle. And again, we're working with the energy of the heart, so you're allowing yourself to be open to receive, release. Stretching and strengthening. I'm just going to do one more. Lovely. Your hands come up and then place your hands down. You can bring your hands down either side of your knee. Walk your foot a little bit further forward. Lift up your toes. And then just point your chin towards your shin and let gravity stretch out that hamstring. So you've got a lovely hamstring stretch. And if it starts to feel very painful, go back to where you felt okay, or you can bend your knee a little bit. And this backs up that first hamstring stretch that we've done. We can do these sorts of stretches with yoga straps as well. I tend not to use them. I prefer to just use the body rather than use straps if we can help it. Relaxing down, allowing that hamstring to stretch out. And you're doing the half splits while you're doing this, by the way. Okay, draw your leg back in. I'm going to turn so I can see you. And then you're going to bring your right foot out in front. Left knee down on the mat. Get yourself set up comfortably so your pelvis is upright. Tailbone slightly tipped underneath. Hands rest onto the thigh. You breathe in, lengthen up through your spine, and then just let your hips sink forwards and stretching out that psoas muscle. With each exhalation, you might find the body sinks into it a bit more. And squeeze into your glutes, press down into your foot, lift back up, let your hands come up to heart level, and then we'll begin that lovely reaching forward, using the thigh to support the torso, to support the chest. Breathe in, drawing back. We've got that lovely ebb and flow as you draw in. Reminding us to be open to receive as well as to give. Breath lifts you up, gives you that strength. Exhalation lets the body move forward and feel that support of the thigh. You breathe in, breathe out. One more. Let your hands come down outside of your leg. Walk your foot a bit further forward. Lift up your toes, and then just lengthen your spine. Point your chin towards your shin, and allow that gravity to do the rest. Relax your spine as much as possible, using the support of the arms. Keep you steady in that shape. Beautiful. Draw your foot back in, draw your knee back in. Bring both palms down onto the mat. And then pop your glutes on. Draw tummy button up towards the spine, arch your back and come into Majariasana, your cat pose. And then moving from the base of the spine, let your head come up so you've got that lovely lengthening. That's lovely. Breathe out, move from the base. Flow, move through your spine. And just continuing that movement in that way. Taking care of each vertebra. In-breath flows through, your head looks forward. The exhalation forces that oxygen from the lungs. Creates that stretch through your back. Breathe in. You look forwards. Bring your hips back now to join your heels. Let your body just come down into that pose of a child. You can let your forearms rest on the mat. You can bring your forehead down. And just taking a few moments to feel the support, feel the stretch through your spine. And then bring your hands back by to your ankles, palms facing up. You can tuck your head in. Allow the body just to be. Rising up when you feel ready. Stretch both arms out in front. Come back onto your hands and knees. And then take your right foot back. Tuck your right toes underneath. And then your left. Drop your hips down. So you come into that plank pose. You're feeling your core muscles engaging. Feel the strength building in your arms and your wrists. And we're just holding here for a moment or two. This is activating that solar plexus area, strengthening your core muscles. And then let your body come down. Bring your knees down. Lift your bottom into the air. Bring your chest down and then your chin. So you've got 8 points connected to the ground. And then just let your body come down. Let it relax down completely. Take a breath or two, pressing the belly down into the mat. Slide your hands so your thumbs are in line with your eyes, forehead down. And we're coming into the Sphinx pose that we do every week. So breathe out, keep your glutes relaxed, lengthen from the sternum, bring your elbows in underneath your shoulders, separate your fingers, and lift your chin so it's parallel to the floor. And just hold in there for a moment or two, feeling that compression in the lumbar part of the spine, bringing that fresh blood supply. And this is easing any lower back pain, really nourishing your spine in that gentle inversion, that back bend. Taking a few breaths here in and out, feeling the pressure of the belly into the ground. And then let your elbows come out to the side, let your belly, let your chest come down. Now, if you want to repeat what we've just done, you can. If you want to have a go at the cobra, the Bhujanasana, you're going to bring your hands, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep your elbows in towards your body. And then in a moment, first of all, breathe out. You want to keep your tummy button down on the mat. Lengthen your spine, use your core muscles and lift your chest from the mat. But you're keeping tummy button down, elbows in towards the body. Hold in for a moment or two. And then let your body come all the way back down. Relax, relax, relax. Separate your feet. Heels in, toes pointed out. One arm on top of the other. Place your forehead into your arms. Hands to rest. Decompress to feel your spine supported. Bringing your feet back together now. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and lift up, come back onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes underneath. Breathe out, we're going to come up into Ardha Muksvanasana, the downward facing dog pose. So first of all, let all your muscles relax. Breathe out and then draw tummy button up towards the spine. Squeeze into your glutes. Breathe out. Lift up a couple of centimetres from the mat. So you're pressing down into your hands and lift your knees up. Take your belly back towards your thighs. And then lift your hips up as if there's a thread attached to the coccyx. And then you're going to come up and first of all, keep your knees bent and just walk your feet up and down. So you're pressing the balls of the feet down into the mat. Letting your head relax between your arms. And it's a lovely refreshing pose. Refreshes your eyesight, strengthens your arms and shoulders. And then step your feet to the sides of your mat. Imagine there's a thread attached to the base of your spine. Lift up, press down into your arms, and then lower your heels down towards the mat. But don't worry if your legs don't straighten. It doesn't matter if the heels make it down. And then we're going to come down. So bring your feet back together. Bring your knees down. Release the tops of your feet. Let them come down and come back to your pose of a child. Bring your hands back by your ankles. Tuck your head in. And just be down there in that lovely shape. Breathing into your back, into your shoulders, letting everything relax. Come up when you feel ready. So if you want an extra minute down there, you take that time. It's your yoga, it's your time to rest. And amazingly, all three of you came up at exactly the same time. You're all interlinked. And now you get to sit for a few moments and watch my demonstration. So what we'll do is what I always do. I like to teach Surya Namaskar in a certain way. So what we'll do is we'll do two versions of it. So the first version we'll do with the cat and sphinx, what we've just prepared. And then the second time when we do it, I'll introduce the poses of the cobra pose and the downward facing dog pose. And if you want to do the first version, second time, you can do. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do. But the options are there for you. Now, you've probably heard me say this hundreds of times now, because you've been coming to my yoga for years, and Sheila going to see Wendy as well. I'm like a little Wendy. The Surya Namaskar sequence is often called the physician, and it gets this name because it works on, just a second, I've got a frog in my throat. It works on every major muscle in your body, but not only does it work the muscles of your body, the joints, the ligaments, it compresses the glands, it brings fresh blood supply into the organs. It also works to balance the different systems within the body. So if you practice it regularly, it can balance the hormonal system. It's great for the respiratory system, the pulmonary system. So it works every muscle. So they say if you practice Surya Namaskar, you don't need to see the doctor, but who knows? So there we go, that's my presentation. So I'm going to just do it quickly for you. So just watch me for a few moments. Still there. Oh, crikey. I'll try and get my lefts and my rights right. I can't say it'll happen, but I'll try my best. Coming up to your feet. And step towards the front of your mat. I'm going to face you so I can see you and guide you through it. And come into that beautiful Tadasana. So feel the ground and just have that moment's pause where you stand and you just notice all the joints, all the connections in your body. Breathe in, allow your sternum to lift, take your shoulders up and back. Feel the crown of your head rise up. Just notice how you feel right now. Gently engage your core muscles. Bring your palms to meet in front of the heart. So you bring in the two sides of the body into balance. Lovely. Let your wrists just draw slightly apart. Press your fingertips down towards the mat. And then turn your fingers in towards the body so that awareness comes into your heart. Sit other way. And then let your hands come down by your sides. That's it. Turn the backs of the hands towards one another. So the backs of the hands facing in front. Lift your hands up through the midline. Breathe in as you lift up. Breathe out as you flow back down. So you're coming all the way down into your forward bend. And then you're standing up. You're stacking each vertebra one at a time as you lift up. And then as you lift up, let your sternum really lift and open your arms out as if you're greeting the sun. Lovely. Flow back down. We do this bit 3 times. That's our second time down. Lifting up, breathing in as you rise. Letting the arms open out. Really lift the sternum. That's the place where the prana arrives in. Traveling back down. 3rd time down. Just rise back up one more time. So that sun is just on the palms of the hands, traveling down to the heart. And then this time as you come down, breathe out. Place your hands down onto the mat, either in front of your feet or at the sides of your feet. And then you're going to step back with your right foot, bring your right knee down onto the mat. That's it. Put your core muscles on, have your palms facing one another, and then take both arms back. So you squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then sweep forward from the base of the spine. Let the hands first of all come to eye level. That's it. Breathe out. Use your thigh to support you as you lift, flow down. Take your hands out behind. Second time the hands get a bit higher. Breathe out, flow down. And then on your 3rd time, lift up as high as what you wish. Let your hips sink down. Let the sternum lift and feel as though you're holding that sun in your hands. Greeting the sun. Beautiful. Flow back down. You let the hands just lift out behind. And then bring the hands forward. Place them down either side of your front foot. And then in this first stage, you lift up and just let both knees come together on your mat. So you come up to a high kneeling. And then place both of your hands down. Step back with your right foot. Tuck your right toes underneath. And then take your left foot back. Drop your hips down so you come to plank pose. Brilliant. Keep your head in line with your spine. Feel that heat building, strengthening your core. And then we're going to come down into that 8-point pose. So bend your knees, let your knees come down. Let your hips lift up. Then bring your chest down and then your chin. So you've got 8 points connected to the ground. And then just relax your legs down. Let your hips relax down. Slide your hands so your thumbs come to eye level. Breathe out, and as you breathe in, let your chest lift from the mat. Bring your elbows in underneath your shoulders. Separate your fingers. Lift your chin so it's parallel to the floor, and come into that beautiful, elegant Sphinx pose. And once we've arrived here, we're just going to stay here for a moment. You can turn your head one way and then the other. Just exploring those movements of the neck. And the strength in your arms like 2 pillars supporting your body. Come back to the middle. Take your elbows out to the side. Come down back onto your belly. Bring your hands back, so your hands are just underneath your shoulders. Lift up onto your hands and knees. And then we just flow with Madhuryasan cat pose. So you just move from the base of the spine, looking up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, arching the back, feeling that beautiful flow. And you can close your eyes and feel as though sunlight is at the base of the spine. And as you move, that sunlight flows through each vertebra, clearing the pathway, allowing that energy to rise through your body. You're waking the body up, the springtime's arrived. It's time to start moving, feeling the movements of the body. Lovely. Come back to neutral. Lift back up onto your knees, and then this time, you're going to bring your left foot forward. Core muscles on, palms, you're just reaching forward, let the abdomen rest down onto your thighs and let your arms lift back and behind, squeeze shoulder blades together. Breathe in as the hands come to eye level. Breathe out, flow down. And just repeating that 3 times. So each time you lift up the arms, lift a bit higher. And you follow the hands with your eyes, so you've got that openness in your throat. On your 3rd time, you can pause there. And feel as though that sun's radiating down into your body, warming, connecting you to your heart space. Lovely. Final time, flow down. Bring your hands down either side of your front foot. Tuck your back toes under, and then there's a step as you bring both feet back together. Pausing your forward bend for a moment as you rest. And then you're going to rise up 3 times, stacking each vertebra, drawing the hands up through the midline of the body, lifting the arms, opening out to greet that sun. Beautiful. And then we're going to repeat this 3 times. So first time down, beginning, rising up. Down. 3. 3rd time down. Rise up. And this time you come down. You're going to step back with your left foot this time. Put your left knee down onto the mat. Get yourself anchored, get your core muscles on. Do your palms face one another into that sunburst. So squeezing shoulder blades together. Breathing hands to eye level. Breathing out, folding down. Each time you lift up, you rise up a bit higher each time. On your 3rd time, you can pause for a moment and feel as though that sun is traveling down through your arms, feeling the chest, brightening the heart, the lungs. Beautiful. Fold down. Okay. Now this time, if you want to do what we've just done, you can. If you want to do a slightly more challenging version, you're going to tuck your toes underneath. So tucking your left toes underneath, and you're going to lift up your right leg and take both feet back and place both feet down. Let your hips drop down so you come into that plank pose. Again, feeling the heat building in your core. Shoulders are above your hands. And we're going to come down into that 8-point pose. So knees come down first, lift up your hips, bring your chest down and then your chin. Feel like a snake. And then let your shins come down. Feel the ripple travel through your spine. Hands are underneath your shoulders. And you lift it up into cobra. Elbows in towards the body. Glutes are relaxed. Lengthening. Focus your awareness between your eyebrows. As you breathe out, let your body come back down onto the mat. Bring your hands back 1 hand length. Come up onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes underneath. And then you're going to take your abdomen back towards your thighs and lift up into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, your dog pose. You can walk your dog a little bit. Paddle the feet. Let your head relax between your arms. Feel that lovely stretch through your back. Step your feet out to the sides of your mat. Lift up as if you've got a thread, silvery thread, attached to the coccyx, and then drop your heels down towards the mat. Hold in that shape for a moment or two. Take a few breaths. Step your feet closer together. This time you are going to bring your right foot forward. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. And then we repeat runner in flight for the final time. So taking your arms back, squeezing shoulder blades together. Breathe in, sweep the hands to eye level. Breathe out, lovely. Your third time coming up, pause for a second, hold. Just taking time to breathe, feeling that freshness, that vitality, moving through every cell. Lovely, flow back down. And then place your hands down either side of your foot. You're going to step your feet back together. Pausing your forward bend. Hands to bring together all the parts of yourself. And then we're rising up. Coming. Hands come up through the midline of the body, opening out, greeting the sun. Lowering down, breathing out as you come back down to the earth. 3 times, that's our first time. Time. That's our final time down. 3 times. And then this time, as you rise up, it's going to pause with the palms facing the sun. Let your sternum lift. So you've got a tiny micro back bend, but not, you see people going all the way back like this. You just want that tiny back bend. And feel as though sun's pouring down into your sternum, into your chest, breathing it through you. Feel energized and vibrant, and you can store this energy up for tomorrow. Lovely. Let your palms come together overhead, but allow them just to be close but not to touch. Feel that warmth radiating between your palms. And then you're going to guide your hands down towards your heart. Still just keeping the palms slightly separated. Then you're going to rotate the palms so your right hand is on top and your left hand is on the bottom. So it's as though you're holding something quite tangible between your palms. And then you're going to open the arms up wide. Your right hand's facing down, your left hand's facing upwards. Close your eyes for a moment, and it's as though a channel of light traveling down. You're receiving with the left, giving with the right. Pause for a moment, just breathe, close your eyes. And then turn your right palm up towards the sun. And then this time you're going to breathe in, bring palms together, let your palms meet up overhead, uniting the palms. Pressing palms together, bring your hands down towards your heart, securing that light, that energy, that warmth. Feel the stability in your legs, energy and vitality in your body. Release your hands down by your sides, and you might just want to stand for a moment. Be an observer of your thoughts, observing how your body's feeling. I'd like you to come down onto your mats. Come down into crocodile pose first of all, and come onto your tummies. Separate your feet, heels in, toes pointed out. One arm on top of the other. Just allowing the body to find a place of stillness, that stability in the ground underneath, earth. Move the body's energy system with drawn in vitality, with enhanced body strength. Take a moment to let it settle. Bringing your feet together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and lift up and back into that child's pose. Bringing your hands back by your ankles. And just taking a few moments to relax there, to be still, to be in this moment. And then rise up. Take your time as you rise back up. See how you feel after the dynamic movements. We're going to have a really long, good relaxation this evening. Help settle yourselves. So put your socks on and your blankets and things. We'll do a few movements to relax the sacrum and a twist, and then it'll be time to rest. So get your blankets handy, but for now, just come onto your back, rock from side to side. You can circle your knees as well. This just helps to soothe you down, release any tension. Lovely. Slide your left leg away, keep your right hand, keep your right knee, and just give your knee a few circles around. Snug your hip. And then sliding your foot over towards your knee. Bring your right arm out to the side. And then let your knee move over as you turn your head the other way, and just let the body relax into that lovely spinal rotation. Using your exhalation to relax into it. And then roll back onto your back. Straighten up your hips. Slide your right leg away. Let your left knee come in. And just repeating that same circle on the other side. Guiding your foot over towards your knee, sliding your left arm out to the side, taking a breath in, and then use your exhalation, your out breath, to let your hips Roll from the mat, bring your knee down, turning your head, and your shoulders just a little bit underneath shoulder level, so it's not lean on that shoulder joint. Relaxing down into it. You roll back onto your back, straighten up your hips, bring your knees both in one more time. Just get everything equalized and balanced with a little rock about. And then it's time to place your heels down onto the mat. Let your toes roll out, palms face up, pull your blankets over you. Get yourself super comfy, ready for your shavasana, your relaxation. Yourself settle down, closing your eyes. Your awareness coming towards your breath. Noticing, taking time to notice the places you can feel the ground underneath. That could be heels, sacrum, shoulders, your arms, back of the head. And just breathe in and gently press down into those places. As you breathe out, feel the softness move through your body. I'm going to point the toes away as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, draw the toes in towards you. So you feel the stretch down through the backs of the legs. Breathe in, point the toes away. And as you breathe out, let the toes just roll out towards the sides. Gently lifting the kneecaps up towards the body, so you're tightening the kneecaps. Your quads will engage as well. Breathe in. And then breathe out and soften. Feel the legs resting on the ground. Squeeze into the glutes, tightening the glutes on both sides. And breathe out, softening the glutes. Drawing your tummy button down towards your spine. Get those core muscles strong. And breathe out and soften again. Bring your shoulder blades together so you arch your back a tiny bit. And as you breathe out, just let the shoulders relax down. Roll your thumbs in towards your palms, wrap your fingers around your thumbs. Roll the arms in towards the body. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let that exhalation be long, and let your palms just roll back so your palms are facing upwards, and stretch your fingers. Let your fingers curl, let your arms feel supported. Turn your head to the left side and the right side. Yeah. Shut your eyes, breathe down, move the jaw. Feel your face soften, feel your jaw soften. Legs down. With each exhalation, soften the jaw a bit more, soften your cheeks a bit more, soften your hands. Noticing the breath now, feeling the breath travel down into the lungs and down into the belly. Breathing out, softening, putting the weight of the legs, the hips, support the ground, the earth. And as we take our time to observe our surroundings, with that feeling of springtime in the air, springtime flowers coming to blossom, beautiful yellows and purples. The last snowdrops are still around. And the grass is green, and the leaves are beginning to reappear on the trees. And there's that feeling of anticipation, of springing forward and feeling more vibrant and energized. So just invite you to breathe that feeling into your body. And you can draw it in as light or energy, colour, and just invite it to travel in through the soles of your feet. And again, take it up through the body. Breathing it through your toes and the sole of your foot, your arch, your heel, into your calf muscle in your shin, breathing that softness. Positive vibration into your body, and as you breathe out, just release and soften that breath. And now emerge into your calf muscles, into your knees. And it energizes you, but it also soothes and calms, and it gives us that feeling of trust. So we know that spring will come each year. We know the light will return. Just encourage us to be patient. Not every day will be a sunny day, but we know that there will be some sunny days. Breathe in that feeling now into the belly, up into the chest, into the lungs. Breathing out. Feeling of anticipation of springtime comes into the arms, into the hands, the fingers, into the face, the neck, eyes, crown of the head, smile. And as you breathe out now, I'm just going to invite you to spend a moment being here. Energy of spring. Sounds of the birds reappearing. The creatures coming out of that hibernation. And that light, that radiant light of the sun appears overhead in the blue sky. And it creates a brightness, a warmth, fresh energy and vitality. And just invite that light to shower down upon you, bringing its warmth and vibrant energy down into your spine, down, refreshing the eyes, breathing it in and nourishing the lungs and the heart, the different systems of your body. The light is almost like a physician itself, bringing that vitality and well-being. And down it goes down into your arms and into your hands, down through the length of your spine, nourishing every cell, every system, into your legs, into your knees, into your feet, and then finally down into your toes. Just taking a moment now to feel that energy, feel that warmth. And then just start having a stretch. Just moving in a way that's just perfect for you. Let's bring your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your knees. I want to turn over. Just do what feels good for you. Take your time as you re-emerge. And maybe rolling over onto one side, just getting yourself ready to come back to sit. Together, just put your hands a little rub together. Just nice warm palms over your eyes. And eyes into your palms, separate your fingers, give your forehead and eyebrows a little tap, tap your jaw. Stop. Speak up. The side up as well. And then just end up taking your palms up overhead, let your palms come together. And your hands come to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be loved.